Welcome to another Combustion Chamber Live. We are back out here again at Cars and Coffee, Central Florida, and this car show benefits Nemours Children's Hospital. Now we're going to do something a little bit different today. If you follow us on our social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, I asked if you're going to come out to this show, and if you tell me what you drive, I'm going to highlight your car specifically in this video. So that's what we're going to do today, so let's just get after it. As promised, here is a car that left a comment when I said, hey, what are you going to bring to the show? And this beautiful black customized Lamborghini Gallardo has some autographs from some famous Lamborghini people. Got the custom stripe, V10 powered. Great car. I don't know if you can see the Valentino autograph on the dash there. It's real hard to see, but it's got the two-tone interior. You can see that. Of course, V10 in the back. Really beautiful car. I love Lamborghini. Love, love, love Lamborghini. First generation Audi R8 with white and these custom blue wheels. It actually looked pretty neat on it. That's an interesting color combination. I wonder if he's added any more blue accents to it. This would be the V10 powered one with a stick shift. Kind of hard to see in there, but it does have that stick shift. You know, I love my manuals. Another Lamborghini Gallardo with custom wheels, yellow calipers. Right next to it, this gorgeous, gorgeous blue Porsche. Check this thing out. This is pretty wicked. That's a gorgeous color. It's kind of has these sort of bronze-like wheels. I don't know exactly what the color is, but you know, you've got the red calipers, and it actually works it ties real well together. Has your racing seats and some kids' toys. So it's a family car. Sure, it's fun to get the groceries in it. Nice looking. And we come around here. We've got some vendors here today, some sponsors. We got this beautiful, big blue Range Rover. Real slick. Got a beautiful two-tone interior as well. There's a lot of people around it right now because it's very popular, very good looking. Check it out. Just really nice luxury interior. Gorgeous looking. But they also bring a car that I really love, this Lexus. I just love how it looks. I love the design. I love the blue with the two-tone wheels, the orange calipers, the two-tone interior. I have to say that Lexus I've always liked, but I've never been a huge fan of, just not for any particular reason. But when I look at this car, how it's spec'd, how it's designed, I love it. So, and it's just a real sharp, striking looking car. Now this next car, this Porsche GT3 RS, as you can clearly see, is very much customized. This is a friend of mine's car. He's a nice guy. We're gonna have him on the show in the future, and he once again left a comment when we said, hey, do you want us to give your car a little extra special attention? And here it is. This is my first time seeing it after it's been modified. And this guy, he actually tracks these cars. He drives them, he races them. If you go back and look at some of my past work, there was a Nissan GTR that was very customized, very much purpose-built for the track. And this is no different. As you can see, he's got the cage, he's got the racing seats. This car is definitely nice, and that's what I like. I like that this guy, obviously he takes great care of the car, but it's very much customized, and it's driven and tracked, and that's what these cars are made for. So if you're not getting one of these onto the track, I don't know what you're doing with it. And next to it, we have a 458 Italia. We had one of these on our show. Very good. One of my favorite episodes because it means something very personal to me. Lamborghini Huracan. Beautiful car. And right next to it, a 911 Turbo. This was actually featured on our show. Got to drive it. The owner, Ankush, who puts on Cars and Coffee, Central Florida. This is his car. Really like it a lot. It was a great episode. You can see the child seat in the back. We called this episode Room for the Kids. So, but a lot of fun to drive. We come down here and we've got more exotics. Guys, we got some neat stuff here for you today. So, 911 Carrera T, beautiful. A Tesla, Those are very popular and got a great reputation. Got a kid seat in the back. You know, bring the kids to the car shows. Get them started young. Really clean but nice interior. Huge touchscreen display. Really dig these cars. I have never driven a Tesla though. Driven just about everything else, but not a Tesla. Met the owner of this Audi R8 today. Is wrapped in this nice matte black with the red accents that run throughout the body, the wheels. This car is also a stick shift, which once again, you know how much I love those. I love them even though I have a busted left knee. So, but this car is clean and slick, and I really like what he's done to it. I think the matte, especially when you come back here to the rear, you've got the silver vents, the red accent stripe, and it works its way throughout the entire vehicle, and I love it. Karma Rivero. Now this used to be called the Fisker Karma, and you know this car is greatly improved from those days. A company bought the design from Fisker and went through and really made this car so much better in quality and safety and reliability, because this car is probably one of the most beautiful cars I've seen. So to let it just fade away, I think would have been a tragedy. So they've made this car really spectacular. And it's got a really slick, look at these seats, how the line cuts across like that. That's a really neat touch, and it runs through the rear of the vehicle as well. But this is a sharp looking car. You've got your solar panels up there. This is an electric vehicle. I'm going to squeeze through here real quick. And it's a packed show today, but I want you to get a nice, good, clean front shot of this vehicle because it is really beautiful. Now, come over here. We have another first-gen Audi R8, V10 powered as well. We have a customized Lamborghini Huracan with the aftermarket spoiler. Ooh, McLaren 570S in this beautiful orange paint, and I'm glad it looks like it's showing up real nice on my screen here. And now I know y'all noticed this and y'all want to see it, so here it is. The Ferrari LaFERRARI. This car has had a crowd around it all day. I've had the opportunity to photograph a few of these actually at Finale Mondiali when they came to Daytona about 2 or 3 years ago. And these cars are just super nice. So, very performance driven, beautiful car. So I'm gonna try to get you a full shot here from the back. But this car is very popular, as y'all can clearly see. But I photographed a whole variety of these, and I got to spend a lot of time with the yellow one. It got nice close-up and detailed shots, and it was a lot of fun. Also a lot of fun to drive, I imagine. But try not to get in other people's way. But yeah, really stunning car. Not something you see every day. And I like it a lot. I'm glad that it's out here today. Looks like the owner's son is in the car. I'm kind of sleepy, but that's okay. But really nice car. Really nice look. I'm glad he opened the doors because that's really wild and pretty unique. We come down here and we have more exotics. Another Lamborghini Huracan, and I love how this one is spec'd. I love the blue with that kind of cream interior. I mean, it's obviously beautiful paint. It's Lamborghini, but look at that interior. And that really, and honestly, this is kind of a unique spec. You usually don't see it this way. At least I don't. Maybe you do where you live, but I love it. I think this is damn near perfect. It's only missing me owning it. All right, so we've got a Mercedes-Benz here, V8, they call bi-turbo. And if I'm not mistaken, the turbos actually sit on top of the motor, more or less on top and in front. I don't know if it's on this one for sure. I got to see some AMG engines recently in a factory, which I will be sharing more of that story later. But the way they place the turbos is pretty unique and interesting. Look at this, Rolls Royce. I believe this is a Wraith, if I'm not mistaken. I do sometimes get the names a little confused. I'm not an expert in these, but this is beautiful. If you want to see something interesting, the double R never rotates with the wheel. There's a bearing system in there to keep the double R upright. So when you see these going down the road, of course, you'll see the rim spinning, but the double R stays upright. the Spirit of Ecstasy. Now, I'm not going to touch it because it is not my car, but I filmed one of these one time, and the owner said go ahead and pull on it, and then it will drop down into the car's body, and the door will shut, so you can't steal it. But don't touch anybody's car. Beautiful. A customized Porsche here. Looks like it's got a wide body kit on it. Don't know a whole lot about the kit, but looks like he's put some time in it, some money in it. Right here, 1937 Chevy Master Deluxe. Look at that. Now, I love the exotic show, but come on, you got to love the classics, and this is a classic. Please don't touch me. I'm not that kind of guy. That's right. Don't touch. Looks like he's got some modern interior seats in here. It's got the airbag on the side there, but still look really nice, clean, and you got the fuzzy dice. And yeah, this is slick. I like this one. Got a Chevy small block V8. And we come down here and we've got what I believe is a very modified 350Z. Looks like he's got some custom, I don't know if it's aluminum or sheet metal. Looks like he's kind of cut and fabricated his own right here, down in the front. Hashtag built for me. So this is what he wants. This is what he's doing with his car. So looks like some of it's a kit, and looks like some of it is it looks like something that I assume the owner is doing himself or having done. So Fair Lady Z. And we come down over here. BMW Polaris Slingshot. I like these a lot. I need to get behind the wheel of one though before I say all that, because you know, these are nice. Okay, so it's a little light back here. That's okay. Let's jump over the line and let's get to the Mopar guys, because there's one Mopar that I want to highlight to y'all specifically. If you like what you see right now as you're watching this episode, you know, share with your friends, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. That always helps. And hit that bell icon as well so you get notifications, because sometimes you don't get notifications even when you subscribe. I don't like that. That's the way YouTube works. So, once again, like I said, if I put out a post on social media and you're coming to a show that I'm going to, let me know what you're driving, and this owner did just that. This beautiful SRT Hellcat Challenger. Now, what I like about this car is, you know, you see a lot of Mopar in, you know, blue, white, black, silver, and then of course the really bright kind of neon colors. They're dark purples and things like that, but you don't see too many. Actually, I've never seen another car spec like this, in this beautiful dark metallic green. It reminds me of sort of 60s, 70s era green with these sort of dark tan or peanut butter style seats. I don't know exactly what the color is called, but when this guy bought this car, or if he spec'd it out or whatever, he really understands shape, design, color when putting this together, because this green works with this so well. And he's got they're not a straight black wheel. They're sort of like a gunmetal, very dark gunmetal. And he's got a flat black spoiler, stripes, and this car, the color really just is well thought out, and I like it a lot. And so, thank you for leaving a comment. Like I said, I will feature your car. If you let me know, hey, I'm at the show, this is what I'm bringing, and this is what this gentleman did. And I gotta tell you, this is probably one of my favorite looking Challengers, if not my favorite. Now, we had a great Challenger episode where the guy smoked the tires, did donuts. He smoked them and did donuts so big for us that he actually needed new tires after the shoot. He shot off a 12-inch piece of rubber that came flying off of his back passenger tire in slow motion, because that's what we were filming it, so check that out. But yeah, I love that color. Here, a classic MG, beautiful car, classic design, small, not a big old boat or anything, but real nice and in great shape. Look at he's got a seat cover on there, obviously to protect the driver's seat, but you can see the passenger seat is clean. Look at that, just in outstanding shape. Step over here real quick. Just a nice cruiser. And this car is in, I mean, look how clean this engine is. I think he takes care of it. I'm just taking a guess. All right, we come down this way. Mustangs everywhere. These guys come out in force. You know, your Mopar guys, your Mustang guys, Camaro, Corvette. You know, they are the biggest turnouts at these shows. So we've got, you know, we've got the latest Mustangs to Fox bodies. We've got this GT40 here, I believe. Pretty neat looking. More Mopar action. And see, like that blue really pops. That dark red is great. And those are colors you see more often than not. Got a Scat Pack Charger here in a deep, rich metallic blue. And then these two guys are always together. And I'm always photographing their cars, but I really like it. I like the yellow headlight covers, or however that was put on there. The owner on a previous video was nice enough to explain to me what exactly the color names were and all that. This is a Daytona and an SRT Scat Pack right next to it. It's been bagged, so, you know, as I've explained in other videos, you know, you can raise it up and don't have to worry about bottoming out. When you come to the show, you drop it and it's got that nice look to it. So we'll squeeze through here. Got a custom graphic here, Daytona. And then this is semi-transparent, and I love this. This is probably one of the coolest things I've seen. It's got a carbon fiber look to it. Excuse me. Ooh, allergies have got me today, y'all. But it is transparent, so he hits the brakes, you can see it. So I just love that. I highlight that in just about every episode, but I can't get enough. Have a 5th generation Camaro right over there next to another Challenger. Looks like they've added some custom green accents to it. Pretty nice. More Challengers. And then a Holden Commodore. We had one of these on our show that was pro-charged. This is beautiful, beautiful blue. This is a Holden. It was sold in the United States as a Chevy SS. But it is a Holden car, like my GTO, manufactured in Holden, but does have an American engine and transmission. The LS3, this is putting out over 400 horsepower stock. I don't know if there's been any modifications made other than the air intake, which is pretty obvious, but still, the car's got a ton of power anyways, multiple drive modes for comfort and performance, plenty of space. It's like a hot rod sedan, and I love these actually. So it's nice to see them out here. They didn't sell too well in the States, unfortunately, and now that Holden is no longer a manufacturer but just an importer, you know, you should definitely pick one of these up, especially if you are a collector. I think these are future classics. Swing around here. An older Commodore, but sold in America as a Pontiac G8 before the government and all their wit and wisdom decided to shut them down. Get going. And then another Commodore here. Once again, it's got the aftermarket air intake there, and it is a different kind of blue metallic. I really like it. Let's see. Got the aftermarket. So I don't know if there's been any other things made or changed to it, but want to go hear that LaFERRARI? Yeah, there's a Plymouth Duster here. We'll go check out that LaFERRARI, but let me just get that just for a second. Oh, he's leaving. That's why. The LaFERRARI has left the building. That's okay, guys. We got a lot more awesome cars here. I think it's driven by a golfer, a famous golfer that lives here, although I know nothing about golf. So. Customized Mustang here. Black and red accents. Big old hood on it. 2, not 1, but 2 Shelby Cobras. Really beautiful. I like these cars. Obviously, very different how they've been executed in terms of the color is pretty similar, but you know how they've got the stripes and everything. I love the blue and silver. I think that looks good. Nice 2-seater. I think these were originally called AC Cobras, and then Shelby, if I'm not mistaken, bought the design, or he's raced for a lot of people. He actually started racing for Aston Martin. A lot of people associate Carroll Shelby with just Ford, and that's fine because he's done a lot of great work with Ford, but he actually started his career, if I'm not mistaken, at least early in his career, with Aston Martin. Like I said, Mustang's out in force today. Got all kinds here. You know, you've got your GT350s, your 5-liters, your you know, your different packages, your Shelbys. You know, you got your 6-cylinders out here. I'm sure there's a 4-cylinder out here. I like this one. Check out the custom horse. Looks like something from Westworld. I love that, actually. I think it's cool looking. Another GT350. And you've got your the hatchbacks here, the Ford Focus hatchbacks. And you know what's a shame is these are made in Germany, and I actually got to see a lot of them when I was recently in London, and I'll be posting more about that in the coming weeks. But they're not making cars anymore. They're really cutting back on the number of cars they make. And these guys are really hardcore about their cars. They love their cars, so to see that they're not going to make any more of them is a real shame. But these guys come out here, you know, every month. There's always a good turnout from these guys. Very nice, very friendly. And some of these cars are front-wheel drive. Some of them are all-wheel drive. They came with lots of different packages and options. And these smaller compact hatchbacks are very popular throughout Europe. When I was in London, these cars were, I mean, literally everywhere. Of course, they had lots of competition. They had Vauxhall and Renault and Citroën. But here, Ford was one of the few car companies making performance hatchbacks, or at least bringing them to the States. Ooh, sorry about having to clear my throat, y'all. I got these allergies killing me, man. There's a Mustang, if you can see the insert crowd here, right there. So he's having a little bit of fun with the Mustang stereotype. Now check this out, this is gorgeous. LS3, so it's got modern power, but very clean. Very nice. That's slick. Let's go for a little bit of a closer look. The interior is done up to the nines as well. Remote start. Down this way, more Corvettes. Got your Grand Sports, your Z06 cars, and the ZR1. Check this out. A track-built beast. Of course, you can drive it every day if you want to. Obviously, the owner brought it here with no problem, but you can throw this thing on a track and have a lot of fun. Obviously, active, purpose-built aero throughout the vehicle for downforce, for ventilation. Has the competition seats option there. The functional spoiler, it's a big spoiler, but it is functional. I believe there are 2 spoiler options for this vehicle. I could be mistaken on that, but pretty wicked. And we come over here, and what do we have? We have the War Wagon. We had this on our show. The owner was nice enough to let me drive it. Which is taking an unnecessary risk with your life, but it's supercharged, it's beautifully spec'd, and it is a stick shift. Got the American flags there, and you got the stick shift right in there. And we were lucky enough to have this on our show. Check out that episode, it was a ton of fun to drive, great guest. And his friend, who's always with him, has this 4th gen F-body, Z28. I love 4th gens, I have a 98. And it's white too, but unfortunately not as good a condition as this is, but it is very clean. Come down here, we've got even more Corvettes. Got a C7 Stingray, Z06, 2 more Pontiac G8s. Rear wheel drive, LS2 powered, great cars. Classic Corvette. Now this has it's clean pretty much throughout, but it's got some custom flames you can see right there. Really nice work. Looks like it's been on the Hot Rod Power Tour. Another Corvette ZL1 1LE Camaro. So of course it's got over 600 horsepower, but it's got all this extra aero components put on it. Like I said, this is a purpose-built vehicle. This is a beast on the track, and it's great to see Camaro just at such high levels of performance now. Another ZL1, not with the 1.8, but still very powerful. Got your Volkswagens, your Audis. We've got a lot of GTIs. These guys, like I said, sport like compact hatchback cars. And these guys come out. God, those are pretty weird looking wheels. I kind of like them though. Check that out. All right, Tent World is here. They've got a Ferrari F430. We had one of those on our show. Not that particular one, but it was yellow. It was a hardtop. They brought their big, giant custom F-150. Come over here. Got the Mercedes, but probably one of my favorite cars of the show, the Aston Martin DB11. Now, you've heard me talk about Aston Martin a little bit today, and I went to London, so you know it had to be partially car-related. So we're going to have some neat surprises for you coming out soon, and some new show announcements. But this is a V12. You have the bonnet up, that's what they call it, a hood, earlier. Now these right here, that's an option right there. The hood is one stamped piece of aluminum from Sweden, actually. Now the cars are built in England, but they do have to outsource some things to manufacturers. So you can get a V8 or the V12 option here. And I believe the V8 is twin turbo, it's an AMG motor, and then the V12 is built in northern Germany, where the AMG motor is built in southern Germany. But yeah, I love this car. So, and if you come around here, they do really put their own styling. The options you have to customize one of these, if you're buying one new, is pretty much limitless. And if you're like me and get carried away, they have the Q program. So let's say you want something that is not a typical option, maybe it's something that needs to be a one-off fabricated piece or something like that. It goes to Q branch. And you can kind of see there they've got the screen and the mouse-like control device. That's actually from Mercedes as well. But the seats are fantastic. You kind of can't see them too well right here. You know, windows are up, that's okay. But the seat frames are made, the aluminum seat frames are made by Lear, as in Lear jets. So that's another interesting, neat little option. The badging on the front and back are made by a jeweler in Birmingham. You can actually just buy the logos if you want. So I love the DB11, guys. I just, especially with my newfound knowledge, I love them even more. So got a beautiful Mercedes, classic BMWs, older BMWs, Corvettes. We're coming down to your German area. We got lots more Porsches, with a lot of BMWs. There's a couple of Beamer clubs in Central Florida. I don't remember. I think one of them is Beamer Fanatics, and the other one I think is Orlando Beamer Club. Come over here.
That's connected to my PayPal account.
And we got this matte green, almost army green Porsche with the neon green stripe accent and wheels. I think that's pretty wicked looking. Let me center this up for you. I like that. And it's got a nice tan interior, really sets it off. We'll come down here. This is sort of our import section. So you got your Subarus, your Nissans, your GTRs, your Infinitis, like this one right here. I've driven a few Infinitis, a lot of Infinitis actually. We had one of the new Q60Ts on the show. It's a different body style than this, but I've driven this one as well, and I like them a lot. They're actually really nice cars. Built by Nissan, so you're getting a lot of their components. Here's a GTR hatchback here with a aftermarket wing and clean engine bay. The Alfa Romeo Giulia. That's actually going to be in a new movie with Ryan Reynolds. It's Neon Grid. It's called Six Underground. They're currently filming in Italy, directed by Michael Bay, and they're blowing up a lot of stuff. It's really cool. Another GTR. The GTR guys, once again, it's one of those groups of people that when they come out, they all come out together. come down here. Now the GTRs are nice looking cars. All of these have been customized in one way or another by the owner, but I really like these orange metallic ones. I think it looks great on the car. I think this color looks great about just about any car, to be perfectly honest with you. But I have a particular fondness for this orange. Like I said, on just about any car. There was I think it was a C6 Corvette that had not the exact color, but very similar, and it was beautiful. So this orange, there's also an Aston Martin color, like I said, similar but not exact, that I love. So there's some people coming in, some people going. We got custom cars everywhere. We got this little Mini right here. Pretty neat. And it is right-hand drive. So this is very cool, actual size. That's neat. So as you can see, we have a lot of different vehicles. We hope you enjoyed that Combustion Chamber Live. Please leave comments, thumbs up, share with your friends, hit us up on our social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We're also on Patreon if you want to help donate to the show, because we could definitely use the help. But I want to thank you all again from the bottom of my heart. For those of you that watch, share, comment, and really support the show, we don't have a show without you. So thank you sincerely, and keep watching.